What's up, boys and girls? Here we have part 3 of my ongoing How To CTF, and this is the defensive side of the game. And by some odd random event, actually all 3 of these games happen to be on terminal, which is pretty interesting, and actually I think in some ways might actually help you guys. I want to mention a couple things in this video. I know I've usually been on the gameplay a little bit, but just pay a little attention to how I'm playing, because I might trail off a little bit, but basically, when it comes down to competitive gaming, if you're playing like for real, like this is usually a lot more action than a defender usually gets in this game, and I'll explain a little more later. But this is just how I normally play a pub. I get a little antsy and I can't stand to just sit still, but I try to force myself to do it. But in here, I'm using the ACR silenced. I'm using scavenger. And I switched it up, and instead of Simtex, I've got Claymores, which are essential, and that's why I chose Scavenger as well. It really comes in handy, especially if you're the sole defender. Scavenger is a must. Stopping power, obviously, and Ninja comes in handy too. No baby monitors, you can be silent, comes in handy. Another good thing is, of course, the stun grenades. If they touch your flag and, they just, for example, if I'm down there at the base where the flag is and he's going up the escalators and I can't shoot him, he gets out of my sight, I toss a stun up there and he's slowed, and then I just pretty much come up behind him and just Wonder Woman lasso his ass, and he's just done for. You slow him down, you catch up to him. Stun grenades are essential when it comes down to slowing people down. When it has to do with flags, it's a really good thing. So I consider that being a good thing, and using the spaz on the side. At this point, the AA-12 spaz, anything on defense is pretty good. I chose the ACR just to pick the ACR. A lot of people hate the gun, just like I chose the FAMAS. I never use it. People just ask to see it, so I chose that. And so I pretty much fortify this little area, and I stick my butt in a corner and just drop a little present for them right there on the floor. And that's what it is. They run in the door, and the most popular entrance to that area, I know from just experience, is the way that guy just ran in there. And instead of letting him blow up, I wanted to kill him prior to, so I don't have to run back down there and plan it. So there's a lot of decisions, simple decisions you have to make in this game. And I think I did pretty well in defending this. And at some point you realize if you're winning 5-0, feel free to pull it up and push it to the middle, you know what I mean? Or even if you want to go, if it's a pub at least. If it's something, that's on the line, it's an actual game, I'd say stay true to it. If it's not broke, don't fix it, you just got to stick to what you're doing. So I do a couple things here, and, as you can tell, I'm using the Claymores properly, and things are going down, and it's just a pretty good way to play this. I stay around the flag at all times. I'm not saying, fortify yourself in a room and then just watch the flag. You've got to fortify the flag. You've got to post that bad boy up, and you got to strap it on, and it's just how you have to watch the flag as a defender. You don't have to necessarily camp. You can use the intervention or something. You could snipe and post back and put the Claymores down on the flag. That's something you can do, and you'll notice that I'll often or sometimes place Claymores at the doors, the busy entrances, not necessarily just on the flag, because on the flag is something they expect. So if you're rocking, I don't know, if you're rocking 2 of them and you're using Scavenger pretty well, go for it. One more thing is, like I said, the kills usually generate a little difference in this. Basically, a defender usually has the highest KD overall if he plays it properly, because he's camping. He's got the advantage. So, just for an example, they'll go 25-5. So in that knowledge, I'm going to go ahead and use actual higher kill streaks. I'll use the 5-7-9, because if you use that, that's obviously, he's defending, but those kill streaks, the Pavlo and everything like that, can support from all over the map. So that's a really good way to do that. And the only position I'd actually suggest putting actual killing streaks on like that would be the defensive player, because he sits back and he usually has, longer streaks, because, he's got the advantage of posting up. Whereas the other ones should, use UAVs in there at some point. Even if it's the UAV Harrier Pavlo or UAV Predator Harrier, it should be a good thing to have the UAV if you're up on the front line or your support. So I pretty much locked this area up right here, and it's coming down to. And this little spot right here is underused. People don't know about it. A lot of people don't. And this is happily one of my special spots. Because you've a lot of people will even if they come from the right, they overlook you because you've got these little baggages right next to you, and they often don't even look down there. So that's a good area to lock it up. And I guess while this side's ending down, one thing I want to mention is I'm kind of looking for a new interest kind of thing. I want to do some sort of like a show. You know how people have the 40 kill show, and stuff like that. I want to work on some sort of show. And I want to make it something reliant on requests. So like having like a vote thing each week. I'll on a certain video, like on a Monday or something. I'm thinking about maybe asking what gun you want to see or something like that. I'll put up a list of like 5 multiple choice, and you guys pretty much vote on it. And the people that obviously choose, oh, I want to see a Desert Eagle gameplay on TDM, or I want to see you use the ACR on Search and Destroy. I'll put up 5 different game types of 5 different guns, and the most voted will probably be the one I choose that week. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments or anything like that. I just want to do something a little bit more interesting in here, and I guess this would be a good time to go ahead and tell you guys while I'm tearing it up with some kill streaks while I'm out in the middle like I shouldn't be. Is that I'm giving up my controller and my games to my girl after this week, because after Saturday I moved into the new house, and whether or not I have internet or not, I don't plan on gaming for at least a month. I need to get a little bit of me time down. So just so you guys are aware, I have videos, and I'm saving videos up until Saturday so that I'll actually be able to upload things, but I'm not necessarily going to play. So that's what I plan on doing, and as you could tell in this area, I do a lot better on this side. I've never actually played CTF on, as a defender before, especially on this map. But as you could tell, there are a lot of times that I give, uber sexy support, and I cover my guys. I mean, this last 5 minutes of this whole video are probably the most important parts of this whole video. If this is how you should lock down an area, support your guys, and communicate. Because there were numerous times I saved the flag runner here, and they were all excited, like whoa, and it's just something you've got to learn. You've got to stick to the flag. You need to know when you're allowed to poke out. And I noticed all my guys are over there, which meant that long hallway back there is completely vulnerable right now. So I decided, hey, I've got to move back. And obviously, they were working on their way over there, so I made the right choice. You've got to be aware and have communication, guys. And I urge you to try out CTF. I know it might not be the most entertaining. I actually find it the most fun game type in there. And I don't know, I'm just trying to switch it up and do other things. If anybody else, they've been asking me if I want to do any more how-to things, but I don't really know what to do too much. I don't think headquarters or TDM really needs a how-to do it. It's just a personal preference, I guess. Dom perhaps, or something like that. But if there's anything you guys have any ideas with when it comes down to like a show or suggestions, just hit me up with it, message me or something, and I'll see what I can do. I'm always open to suggestions or advice. And here's just the cover. I'm sitting here taking hits, and I don't mind. And instead of sitting back and waiting on them to come through, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna sacrifice myself, pull in as a distraction, and let my guys do what needs to be. So if you're willing to give yourself up a few times, it comes in handy to be a distraction. And as you can tell, I place my claymores in some weird spots around here. I put them around these doors right here like that. I put them up against that wall right next to the flag because, very rarely do they come from the hallway or from the elbow of the airplane. It's almost always down that long hallway. And if they're running by there and they're going for that flag, they're not aware of that claymore that's backed up against that wall. So it almost always pops a couple guys off. Now here I'm just being goofy and running about all over, and apparently I was a little bored, and I seen the score and the comfort of and the flexibility we had, and right there it just proved that I was goofing around too much, and it could have cost me. And I think we did pretty well here, and I think I did some good defending. It's just, you just got to learn the patience of posting back, and like I said, most defensive games do not get kills like this, or have this much action, to be completely honest, because a lot of the time the support and the rushers are so good. I'm not saying these guys aren't, by all means. I'm just saying that it's usually so good that only 1 or 2 pops through occasionally. There were times where I'd have to to really step it up right here, and that's not something a defender usually runs into. Most of the action's up on the front line, and it's pretty much stopping people from getting to where I'm at. So keep in mind that you usually aren't under as much pressure as I was in this game. But yeah, it's just one of the bonuses of playing with your guys. You have the flexibility to run around and get killed like that, and it's always a fun thing. And I don't know, guys. I hope you like these. Now that this series is over, I'm so eager to start something else up. So let me know what you guys think. Any suggestions, hit me in the message box. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. So now it's wrapped down, and I think we win this 10-0. Actually, I think we won like 10-0 in almost all the videos. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace out, guys. Get it.